All right, 10 minutes now after 8 o'clock. Welcome back. Boy, we love it when Chef Scott Wallen comes in, executive corporate chef there with the Harper's Group. And Scott, you do so many great things. And this is looking like something really fancy here that you can only find in a highfalutin restaurant like yours.
Well, I don't know about that. I think we offer something like this everywhere, but you know, it is the season for these kind of ingredients today. So I brought a few things over here for you to look at. Something PGA inspired. We do a nice couple of surf and turfs at Upstream Restaurant there in Phillips Place for the weekend. It's a pan roasted filet, lobster, Maine lobster, cold lobster tail.
How is the lobster this time of year?
It's fantastic. We're getting great lobsters for Queen's Feast. We were selling a ton of them. Those cold water tails come in beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing that also with a bone-in ribeye and a bone-in prime strip steak this weekend. Yeah,
oh, wow.
22-ounce ribeye and a strip steak. I also brought some heirloom tomato gazpacho.
Oh, that is, and the tomatoes right now
Tomatoes
are
right
good,
now are fantastic, so those are all local. That's done with a little poached U10 white shrimp, which is really nice too.
Yeah. And I know you like to do local.
I do. We try to do as much as we can, and right now we're seeing a ton of that. Here we got a little sweet corn cake, a little cornmeal, flour, some cayenne, paprika.
Oh, wow.
And we hit that with a little bit of buttermilk, and I finish it with some sour cream.
Is that an iron skillet there?
That is an iron skillet,
Whoa,
right? So we can get as fancy as we want with this induction cooktop, which is nice technology, but you really can't beat a cast iron pan. It really gives you the best sear. It seasons up. It's kind of the natural nonstick that's been around forever.
All right.
Over here we have a nice piece of king salmon. We're going to sear that there on the skin side. Then we're going to flip that over, give it a nice sear on that backside there as well. Get some nice golden brown caramelization.
What's the secret, Scott, to doing salmon well when you put it in a pan like this? I mean,
you want to make sure the pan is nice and hot so that the fish doesn't stick. It gets a nice sear. It caramelizes some of those natural sugars and gives you some texture.
Okay.
Right? It brings out some of that natural sweetness. And then just to make sure you don't overcook it.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cook this medium rare to medium rare for myself. Yeah. We can go a little higher in the restaurant. Here I got some shaved radish, some kohlrabi, some cilantro.
You know, here's the thing. I don't think restaurants, a lot of restaurants, put enough radishes in their salads. I think the radish is such an underrated, edible.
We love it, and right now we're getting them all local from the farmers market, so it's going to give us a lot of texture. It's going to give you a little bit of heat in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I tossed that with a little heirloom tomato and habanero vinaigrette.
Ooh, man.
So I'm going to get some nice heat from the habanero. I'm going to get some sweetness from the heirloom tomatoes. I'm also going to put on the plate here a little salsa verde.
Oh,
so this is tomatillo, roasted garlic, a little bit of honey. There we go. We're going to put that right down. Some lime juice and fresh cilantro in there as well. And then we have some pickled local peppers here as well.
Ooh. How many pickled local peppers can Peter Piper pick?
He can pick
Something
a lot.
Like that. He can pick a lot.
We're going to do a couple of those right over the top. It's going to add a little bit more sweetness.
Look at how beautiful this is. And then,
check that corn cake.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice, beautiful sear.
Now, Scott, we used to call those corn fritters. Is that all right to say it's a fritter?
It's all right to say. It's a little bit different. This would be more of the texture of maybe cornbread.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, it's going to have a little bit of that sweetness from the roasted corn. It's going to get a little sour from that sour cream and the buttermilk.
Yeah.
Right? So we get a nice sear. We're going to lay that right over the salsa verde. We're going to take that nice, beautiful roasted salmon. Wild salmon is out right now. And then we're going to finish this off with a little bit more of that habanero and tomato vinaigrette right around the outside of the plate here.
This is a work of art right here. We're not going to eat this because this needs to be put on display in a museum or something like that, Scott.
Yeah, so once again we have, that's our heirloom tomato vinaigrette with our roasted wild king salmon, sweet corn cake, and little radish salad.
All right. Executive Chef Scott Wallen, thank you so much. Harper's Group, Upstream, and just, oh my gosh, so many great things. Thanks for being here this morning.
We appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Good to see you, Scott. All right, we'll be back right after this. Don't go away.